We're in the final day of Commander 2017 previews before the full set comes out, and today focuses on the Wizard tribe. But first, we have a couple of previews that came out after yesterday's episode was filmed. On Twitter, lead designer of Commander 2017, Gavin Verhey, had his followers guess what his preview card was and eventually revealed Heirloom Blade. An equipment for 3 mana, it equips for 1 and says, equipped creature gets +3/+1. Whenever equipped creature dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card that shares a creature type with it. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Also on Twitter yesterday, Magic R&D member Allison Medwin told a story about a humorous card idea she came up with that ended up making the cut. Patron of the Vein is a rare 4/4 vampire shaman for 4 black. It has flying and says, when Patron of the Vein enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it and put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control. On to the Wizards. The face card from the Wizard deck Inalla, Archmage Ritualist, was unfortunately spoiled yesterday before it could be officially previewed by Gathering Magic, but they posted the card on their Twitter yesterday afternoon. A mythic 4/5 legendary human wizard for 2 blue-black-red, Inalla, Archmage Ritualist, says Eminence. Whenever another non-token wizard enters the battlefield under your control, if Inalla, Archmage Ritualist is in the command zone or on the battlefield, you may pay 1. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that wizard. The token gains haste, exile it at the beginning of the next end step, tap 5 untapped wizards you control, target player loses 7 life. On the Magic homepage today, Chaz Andrus reveals one of the biggest villains from a pre-mending Dominaria that never received its own card until now. Mairsil the Pretender is a mythic 4/4 legendary human wizard for 1 blue-black-red that says, when Mairsil the Pretender enters the battlefield, you may exile an artifact or creature card from your hand or graveyard and put a cage counter on it. Mairsil the Pretender has all activated abilities of all cards you own in exile with cage counters on them. You may activate each of those abilities only once each turn. Also on the Magic homepage today, Pro Tour historian and commentator Brian David Marshall shows off Vindictive Lich. A rare 4/1 zombie wizard for 3 and a black, it says, when Vindictive Lich dies, choose 1 or more. Each mode must target a different player. Target opponent sacrifices a creature, target opponent discards 2 cards, target opponent loses 5 life. Japanese language site Endel Games reveals Kheru Mind Eater, a rare 1/3 vampire for 2 and a black. It has menace and says, whenever Kheru Mind Eater deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles a card from his or her hand face down. You may look at and play cards exiled with Kheru Mind Eater. Russian site mirf.ru shows off a card that was only printed in Urza's Destiny until now, with new art to boot. Apprentice Necromancer is a rare 1/1 zombie wizard for 1 and a black. It says black, tap, sacrifice Apprentice Necromancer, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste, at the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice it. Finally, Vice President of Global Brand Strategy for Wizards, Elaine Chase, heralds the return of Marchesa the Black Rose. Originally printed in Conspiracy in 2014, Marchesa is a mythic 3/3 legendary human wizard for 1 blue-black-red. It has Dethrone and gives other creatures you control Dethrone. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, return that creature to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. That's our show for today, August 10th. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with all the latest Magic news and strategy. I'm Jeremy Knoll, and this has been Split Second.